looks out over the jeweled expanse of Atlantis, ancient city beneath the sea, a civilization greater than any the world has ever known. The general size and paces. Intelligence reports indicate activity in the capital of the Gorgons, age-old enemies of Atlantis. Could the frail peace between these cities be crumbling? If so, the General muses, we will fight. He hears a low drone. Gorgon vessels fill the sky. Day becomes dusk, then night. The Gorgon fleet keeps coming. Days pass. The assault continues. Every citizen responds to the cry, "Defend Atlantis," before it becomes a watery grave.
Greetings YouTubers, Atari Leaf here with my very first closer look review for the Intellivision. I'm starting with a favorite of mine on the system, Atlantis. Now you probably know that this game first appeared on the Atari 2600 and was released by Imagic, a relative newcomer to the video game scene, in 1982. Atlantis was subsequently released on the Intellivision in the same year, along with ports for the Atari computer line, Commodore VIC-20, and others. The premise of the game is that you are defending the famed underwater city of Atlantis from their enemies, the Gorgons. In the Atari 2600 version, you defend Atlantis with 3 fixed guns that shoot into the sky at the ships as they descend to a point where they can fire their death rays and destroy your cities. The premise of the game is very much like the classic Missile Command. However, the Intellivision version changes it up, and instead of 3 fixed gun positions, you have 2, one at the left side and one at the right. The main difference, and one I think is much better, is that now you control a set of crosshairs and can move freely around the screen, giving you a much better degree of control on your gun turrets. This leads to a much more exciting and challenging form of gameplay over the Atari version. This actually makes the game have more in common with the excellent arcade game Colony 7 than it does with Missile Command. Another feature is the Sentinel Saucer. By pressing the appropriate button on the gamepad, you launch a saucer from the bottom middle of the screen and can fly it around the screen to shoot down enemy fighters. One fire button fires left and one fires right. When the saucer is in flight, you'll notice a fuel gauge counter at the bottom of the screen. Keep an eye on it, because if you don't land the saucer to refuel before time is up, it will crash into the water and destroy part of your city. The game progresses nicely from daytime to dusk and into nighttime, which makes the game very difficult since you can only see enemies when they're flying through the searchlights. Graphically, this version of Atlantis is very well done. The cities are more realistically detailed, and the animations of your turrets, flickering shields, and other aspects of the underwater city really add to gameplay. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't mention control. I am not a fan of the Intellivision controllers, and I don't think I ever will be. However, I got used to them enough to be able to play the game, but it did cramp up my hand after playing for 10 minutes, so I can't imagine using this controller for an extended period of time. That being said, I really enjoyed this version of Atlantis. Imagic did a fantastic job porting it to the Intellivision, and the added gameplay elements make it a much better version than its Atari competitor. Maybe George Plimpton was right. Once you compare, you'll know. This is Atari Leaf. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.